Hey guys, here with Lawrence again. Thanks for joining me. I'm calling in from Knokke, the seaside of Belgium, and it's already 10 o'clock in the evening. Wouldn't say so because it's so light outside. If you look behind me there in the corner, the sun is just about to set, or it's already set, and the sea's here. And in the summertime in Europe, the sun only goes down at 11, 12 o'clock, so you have so much more day to work with, which I love. And while I'm sitting at the sea, I've been doing some reflecting, and what I realized is the power of karma. Now, karma is an Eastern methodology, and basically what it means is what you give is what you receive. Now, it's quite a spiritual and philosophical conversation, but I believe that if you're not getting the results you want, if you're not attracting the kind of girlfriend or boyfriend that you want in life, it's because you haven't worked enough on yourself. It's because you haven't given life enough to receive what you want. So if we look at a relationship, if you're looking for a strong, passionate, creative, assertive, loving, kind, purpose-driven girlfriend, but you're shy, introverted, unsure of yourself, maybe a bit nasty or narcissistic or whatever it may be, do you really think you're going to attract that kind of person? Maybe in the beginning, superficially, because you can lie and you can, act in a certain way, but eventually your natural nature is going to come out, and a girl of that quality is going to leave you high and dry. So if you want long-lasting, sustainable change in your life, you have to start here. You have to start inside. It reminds me of the story of this guy who left the corporate world to start his own business because he wanted to spend time with his 7-year-old son. And about 2-3 months into starting his own business, he realized how difficult it was. And just before a big investor meeting where he was going to put everything on the line, his 7-year-old son walks into the room and he says, "Daddy, I want to play." Now, obviously, the father is in conflict because on one hand, he needs to prepare for this investor meeting, but on the other, the whole reason he decided to start his own business was to spend more time with his son. So he looks to the left of the wall and he sees there's this large map on his office desk, and he takes it and he tears it into tiny pieces and he gives it to his son. He says, "Son, once you've completed this map, once you've stuck it back together, then we'll play." And he thinks it's ingenious because it's going to take his son a couple of hours to do. And 15 or 20 minutes later, the son walks in and the map is perfectly stuck together. And the father just says, "How did you do that?" The son says, "It was simple, Pops. I just saw that there was a man on the back of the map. And I thought that if I could stick the man together, the world would fit into place." And as cheesy as it may sound, it's such a powerful story because it tells you about the significance of working on yourself in order for your life to change. And I think a lot of times from some of the coaching sessions that I've had, the people that I've met in my life, the people who are desperately wanting change but don't get it, are the ones expecting everyone around them, everything around them to change, and they're not willing to work on themselves. They want their relationships to be better. They want their spouse to be nicer, their husband to be more ambitious, their wife to be more caring. They want their boss to give them a raise or to see their potential. They want that big house by the seaside, but they're not willing to work on themselves to get it. Everything outside of them must change in order for their life to change. Now, the problem with that is that you're completely removing the control out of your hands. Because with expecting everybody else to make your life better, if they don't, your life stays the same. But if you want to work on yourself, you've got complete control over that. I cannot control whether my girlfriend or my best friend or my father or my mother acts a certain way. I can't control that. I can obviously communicate it to them, give them some feedback, tell them what I want and hope that they change. But if they don't change, I can't do anything more than that. But with myself and with yourself, we can change anything we want. We can work on ourselves. We can read the right books. We can attend the right networking sessions, surround ourselves with a good coach or a good mentor or a good friend. We can stop watching negative TV. We could stop eating unhealthy foods. We can exercise more. We can drive ourselves into a totally different space because we have complete control over that. So what I want to say is that karma is what you give to life, you receive. If you're not receiving what you want from life, it's because you're not giving out the right stuff. So if you want your life to change, look at what you're giving. Look at who you are. Work on that. There's a beautiful saying that says, "Don't be with someone who makes you happy. Rather, be someone who makes you happy." Because I believe that happiness is the juice, that if you have that juice, everything else in life falls into place. And I'm talking out of faith here. I don't know. My life is still not where I want it to be, and I think that's a good thing. I'm always working towards a greater a greater goal. I'm enjoying the process, but I'm working towards a greater goal. And I think that I'm always striving to be happy. And I think that that's worth it. I think that if at the end of my life, if on my tombstone I can say that I searched and spread happiness. I searched for and spread happiness. So my task for you guys today and this week is I want you to reflect and I want you to think, what is it that you want written on your tombstone? Because at the end of the day, life is going to come to an end. And what you leave behind, what your legacy is a true reflection of how you're going to live today. So think about, what is it, that one line that you want people to remember you by, or that one thing that you want to be remembered by? I know that one of my friends says that his line must be, I picked up and dropped off my kids every day at school. And I thought that was beautiful, because that just shows how dedicated and interested and invested you are in your kids' lives. Mine is spreading happiness, being the inspiration. So what's yours? What is it that you want to be remembered by? And then remember, karma works in mysterious ways. If you're not receiving what you want, you're giving the wrong stuff. Let's work on ourselves. Let's make ourselves better. Because as you do that, you too can change the game. Guys, if you're new to this tribe, you like my vibe, then click subscribe. Let's go on this journey together. I look forward to seeing you soon. Much love. Peace. If the answer is no, it's got nothing to do with that person, that situation, your job. It's got nothing to do with that. It all has to do with what you're consuming. And if you want something different, you have to be different.